We say to dream, empower, and thrive. Everyone has desires and dreams in their life that they want to achieve, whether it's tomorrow, the next week, or a year from now. Folks with disabilities have those same dreams, and that requires many times someone to give them a hand up to help empower them. The third part of what we say is the thrive part, and the fulfilling part is to see when individuals can thrive and be fulfilled and be happy. And that really is what it's all about.
People with disabilities, they have wants and needs also. People tend to not think about that. They just think that these people are just going to sit at home and do nothing all day. Well, they want to work. They want to be involved. And that's what I love about MARC, is that we're very involved in, we call them consumers, with getting them jobs, doing events where they can come and help. A lot of them go on trips.
There's a guardian angel program that is self-advocacy, that they have people come in and teach them how to ride the bus and how to do financial transactions and how to cook for yourself and things like that, and to get them as independent as possible. And I think that's just an admirable goal.
It's opened up a lot of work opportunities, and knowing that there's a place for people like me and people who have disabilities, and to know that we have jobs like everybody else, something I've always wanted to do.
I, on my own, independent on my own road, 1989. I got a condo. I like to live on my own. I don't have to worry about other people. I can walk out the door. I can live a normal life.
MARC is helping me living independently at home. It's important to me.
Hi, my name is Ken, and I've been with MARC for 17 years. They've been very good. I've been owning my own home for 17 years. Makes me feel good.
I think it's such a fantastic program to see the capabilities of the consumers, and we run some group homes versus an institutional environment. These group homes are just like home. They have their independence, they have their own rooms, and they decorate them their own way, and they go off to their jobs, and it's just a phenomenal way to integrate them and let them participate in society. It's just a very heartwarming program.
My daughter Erica has been an active part of MARC since the early 80s. I could not have raised Erica without the help of MARC. I don't think she would have had an opportunity like that anywhere else. I mean, the great thing about MARC is that it's not the person fitting into MARC, it's MARC making a fit with the person's needs and wants. That's the way you get cooperation and growth. You can't fit everybody into a channel, especially children with issues such as autism. And they have developed this, they call person-centered philosophy. I think that makes MARC unique in that they absolutely abide by it. And I've known some of these kids who are now here as adults since they were very small, and just seen how over time they've grown into an adult who is unique still, doesn't fit the mold, but has a life, and everybody is treated like a person. It's very important, you know?
My sister Elaine introduced me to MARC when my mother got sick. I grew the vegetables at the garden club. Then Lisa Christensen took the vegetables to the soup kitchen.
How does that make you feel to do that?
Good. I like doing things for people.
It was something that she really enjoyed, and it was her beginning to develop her own relationships.
I met a lot of nice people.
And then she went on some field trips, became involved in Guardian Angels. So it was her getting to develop her own life after our mother died. It developed a whole set of skills, taking the bus into town, going out to eat by herself.
I learned how to use an iPad.
I think just the excitement of having her own activities, her own social group, just having her be able to have fun. You know, we all like to do that.
I think I'm happy with it. It gives me something to do. I met a lot of nice people. The staff is nice, but they're always so helpful and so friendly. They're wonderful people.
I just see all the extra that the staff does, you know, just caring, you know, and you can hire people, but you can't make them care.
The people are always friendly, you know, they're always willing to come up and ask us how our day is, and if we need anything, we just go to one of them.
The staff at MARC is just phenomenal, unbelievable. I've never met people like this. Their heart, their soul is in the organization.
I've been with MARC for 31 years. It's a very rewarding job because it started out as a labor of love. My brother Brian was born in 1969 with Down syndrome. At the time, there was no school settings for children with developmental disabilities, and my parents, along with several other parents, were in the forefront of getting special education classes in Middletown. My father was board president and was instrumental in getting us our first administrative offices. And we started out small. We had our own little bus. And the children that started out at McDonough School ended up graduating. There was no programs for them to go to. So MARC started what we called Room to Grow. In other words, the students who graduated had a place to go after graduation, and we had a couple of little businesses, and I was over at the gift shop, MARC's gift shop, and I taught people how to run a register. And all these years I've done different jobs. Unfortunately, my brother passed away. Thought of leaving the field because I was a little bitter that he was taken. And I realized I couldn't do that because it wasn't what he would have wanted me to do. And my heart was here, and I stayed and to make sure that people got everything I would have wanted him to get. Several of our people are still here with MARC, which makes it really rewarding because I've watched them since they were little kids grow into be adults and get jobs and be members of their community and go out and do fun things. It's very important that people see us for the abilities that we have, what we give to the community, the work incentives. Our individuals are so happy to go out and do a good job. The paycheck is important to many, but at the same time, it's the knowledge that I'm important, I'm making a difference, I can feel good about myself, I'm doing the same thing that everyone else is doing.
When a lot of the MARC people come in, they come in with such an attitude to work that's happy and it's contagious. You know, people look forward for them to come in. They're kind of like pirates when they come in and let's get going and what can we do and what needs to be done and what are we going to do tomorrow. You know, it's nice to see and it's infectious. It gets other people going and they do things in a way that are lessons for all of us, and to appreciate your job, to appreciate your station in life, to see value in it. I just wish that we could all do that. I wish I could do that for other people and have them do it to ourselves. The lessons to be learned are just wonderful, so it's very, very rewarding.
They put up their dream board, what it was that they wanted, and one of them, as simple as it sounds, their dream was to work here every day. Now, a lot of people would complain about their job, the drudgery of day in and day out of working, but this man wanted to be there not just 3 days, which the crew comes in, he wanted to be there every day. That was his dream. Work is just a pursuit that we often take for granted, but the people get true self-esteem from that and worth from doing something constructive, and that was a wonderful thing to see.
I'm a parent of a person with a disability. She goes to the day program. It's really given her meaning in life in a sense, because now she has a place to go. She considers it work, just like her mother and father, and she still lives with my wife and I. So to her, it gives a lot of meaning and a lot of purpose to her life.
There's a lot of stigma, I think, that some people have about hiring people with special needs. The people that work at ShopRite work around them, and I think that they're learning that they're people just like the rest of us, and that they're some of our best workers. So, that's the truth. The more that they work with us, I think that we see their disabilities less and less, and I think that we see our own for a time.
I'm different because I'm more confident and I'm calmer. It's easy for me to be around the other people.
Hanging out with people more often. I'm a social butterfly, as everybody calls me at day program.
They live their own life now, and that's the objective of MARC, to let these people do things on their own.
I'm happy with MARC Agency that they do a lot of things for me. They talk to me about private things. They help me out with bills, my budget. Then I got married. They try to help me out with it. Me and my wife have been married for 15 years.
I mean, Erica grew up through MARC, and it's remarkable. It really is. To give somebody a life that they can live and be part of a community, I'm just so pleased. I could never give them enough credit.
MARC is important to me in my life because they're like family.
Family support, donors, and members that make everything possible. It truly takes a community, and we couldn't do it without all of you.
MARC provides a very important function in the community, because if it wasn't for MARC, I'm not sure what would happen to people with disabilities.
MARC is really good because they help people. They're a great organization.
They're important, they're great workers, they're great friends. A community that can support people who are different, who have challenges, makes the community better, because when you can give back, you feel good about yourself.